The spark is gone, and I don't know why. The feelings are just gone, and I don't know why. I just don't see a future together, and I don't know why. I've fallen out of love, and I don't know why. These are some of the most painful words you will ever hear from your dismissive avoidant partner, now your dismissive avoidant ex. Everything felt great. They were telling you about how nobody had ever made them feel the way that you do. And suddenly they're telling you that their feelings are gone and they can't even give you an answer why. The more you press, the more they shut down, maybe even disappear and ghost. And you are left just trying to pick up the pieces of your broken heart, wondering, was any of this ever even real? Because it certainly was real to you. When you're dealing with a dismissive avoidant, first and foremost, understand that you are dealing with a person that was emotionally neglected in a profound way in childhood. But the thing is, they usually don't even know that they were neglected because their material needs were met. Food, clothing, shelter, parents paying for college, things like that. They often think they had great childhoods, but they grew up in households where you don't talk about feelings and their own feelings were brutally rejected. Oh, you're crying? I'll give you something to cry about. So it wasn't safe to express their emotions. Emotions weren't safe in general. So what they learned to do was to suppress their emotions, to stuff it down. The problem is they develop a deep wound of shame because of this. They personalize that neglect growing up to feel defective and unlovable, like there's just something inherently wrong with them. And that's why emotional closeness feels so deeply unsafe to them in their nervous system. Because their fear is if I lower my walls and I let my partner in, my partner's going to figure out that I'm defective and they're going to reject me. So closeness, healthy love, to them and their nervous system, that means rejection. It means danger. It means, ooh, too scary. So they go into fight or flight or freeze mode, survival mode. And what they learn to do is to shut down, suppress their feelings, and push you away. But the problem is, due to that deep wound of shame, looking inward, self-reflecting is deeply painful for them. They generally don't do it. They project everything to the external because if it's somebody else's fault, if you were too needy, etc., they don't have to face that wound of shame because taking accountability to them is the emotional equivalent of confirming their own shame. So they don't know why they feel this way because they don't look inward because it's too painful for them. Also, due to that emotional neglect in childhood, you're also dealing with a person that doesn't know the difference between love and infatuation. They were infatuated with you, riding that dopamine wave early on in the relationship. But when the dopamine levels come down, they don't know how to make that choice to love you because love is also a choice, not just a feeling. And you have to make that choice to keep the feeling alive. But they don't know that.